Hello everyone, you are watching the Garden Corner Show. We are passionate about everything gardening. Only problem is, we're very, very real. I am J-Dog, your host, John Carseboom. We're out here. It's a wee bit raining. I'm here with Mr. Dave. How are things going, Mr. Dave? He's waving to me. He's going real good. He's underneath an umbrella. Hey, this is excuse me, we started with our dream garden, right? The Garden Corner Botanical Show Garden. And this is, I'm standing kind of in the middle of the produce area. What I'm hoping to do today is show you how to build a column in your garden. So, right behind me is one of the columns that we're going to build. I'm going to take you step by painful step. It's really easy. If you want to build a column, this is the way to do it. So let's take a look. What we're doing is we're going to put in this retaining wall a 4x4 post. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to carefully measure it out right where we want that 4x4 post. We're going to drill in some anchor bolts, screw the base on, put that 4x4 post in, put some lag bolts into that so we've got this straight and narrow 4x4 post, and then we're just going to slip these guys over the post, and voila, you'll have your dream column. This, by the way, is another great tool. This is a Bosch Bulldog Extreme Hammer Drill. $250 maybe at Home Depot. It has a special masonry bit. I don't know if you can get a close-up of that, Mr. Dave, but a masonry bit has a very different tip to it. Can you kind of see that a little bit? Kind of, sort of? Kind of, maybe? And what a hammer drill does, not only it spins, but it kind of punches it in there as well. So it makes really light work of drilling into concrete. We're going to be using this drill later on to make a pot fountain. So I'll show you that later on. I'm going to go right there. This is where I want it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. See how easy that is? I've got these hex sleeve anchors, and this is kind of a neat thing too. What it is this whole deal will go into that hole. The whole deal will go into that hole, but as we tighten it up, it'll pull out, so it'll anchor the bolt into it. So now the trick is you have to, it's really important to make sure that your nut on the end of the bolt is just a little higher than that, because we're going to tap that in there. If you don't do this, the reason why I'm saying this, because this has definitely happened to me many times, is if you don't do that, you're going to tap onto the bolt, and you won't be able to screw that nut on there as well as you like. As a matter of fact, it's a miserable pain. So let me grab it, and I'm going to take this off, and I'll show you real close. So there's the hole. I'm just putting this in there. And by the way, it's not that I'm a genius or anything. The package on there will tell me, okay, I need a 1/2-inch drill bit required, and the minimum embedment is 1 7/8. So it's not a genius. You see how I have that bolt the nut a little bit higher than the bolt. I've got it down into the hole. I'm just going to tap it in real light. Hopefully And I'm just tapping in real light because I'm just so worried about that. I'm just worried about stripping or knocking those threads off. Just real tight, or real light, should I say. Sometimes when you're spinning it, I don't know if you can really get that. You're also spinning the bolt. So if that happens, you've got to get something in there to pry to cause some pressure. So let me see if I can just do it this way. No, it's really loose. So what I'm going to do is pry in there. It's going to cause some pressure. So there, it tightens it up nicely. So, okay, and I'm going to do that to the next one. And because of these nuts, I have to kind of chisel out the bottom of this. And so I've got these chisels. This is a great, and when we make stairs, by the way, out of retaining wall blocks, we'll be using these chisels. So it's a really great thing to have. So I'm just going to mark these guys. These columns are made down in California by a company called Stonesmith Garden Vessels. It's a great company. You can look them up online. I believe it's stonesmithgardenvessels.com. And they have a couple of different structures and a couple of different options as well. And these columns come in, these particular columns come in a couple of different color options. Not many. There's just a few. Okay, I'm going to try that just to see. Okay. Let me try it again. Let's see if it fits over those nuts. And I just want to make sure it fits nicely over there. Ooh, plenty of room to spare. So there we have it. So now I'm going to fit that 4x4 post in there. Take these out just momentarily. And we just want to make sure it's level this way and level this way. And pretty darn good, Jim. And it's like that. So I'm going to put in a shim this way. Again, these are these composite shims. Last a little bit longer. And I'm just going to tap them in there so they're nice and tight. So here we are. Now we've got the 4x4 post. Fairly darn straight. Darn straight. Really straight. So now all we have to do is flip over the posts. This is that clamp I was telling you about. Now I'm just going to put it up here. You just tighten it up there, and then that clamp holds it nice. Like I said, when you're doing different jobs around the house or in the garden, it's just another hand to hold tight. I'm just going to put it right over the top. And the reason why I have that piece there is to hold it there. Did I ever tell you, working in the garden is also great exercise? So I'll make sure that's right on there. Right where I want it. Okay, so there we have it. And that's our first piece. We have it. Now, I'm going to cut that 4x4 piece, and then the arbor is going to come along. Now, actually, we have one more piece. This is like those gymnastics. This is the top part that goes over the top like that. So So, but I'm gonna leave this because I've got other pillars to do, and we're gonna cut it off even. Like I said, there he does it. He does it. He's gotta feel good about that. That's the show for the day. Hope you enjoy it. It's a pillar. Hope it helps. It's part of our dream garden. You and I are one step closer. Live your passion.
You see me right out of the sunset on the color TV screen. I'm